In verse 8, we see that the wicked one will be loosed for a time, but in the end, in Revelation chapter 19:11 through 20:10, we do find out that eventually that unholy trinity, the dragon, which is the devil himself, the beast, which is the Antichrist, that human element, and the false prophet, will all three eventually end up in that lake of fire. Two go first, and then the dragon goes last. When the first two go into the pit in Revelation chapter 19, the third is bound for 1,000 years, and that's the millennial kingdom. The sad part about this period is that no one on earth will know warfare, no one will know disease, no one will know the kind of turmoil that we know now. The world will return to a Garden of Eden-like state with King Jesus on the throne in Jerusalem here on earth. And yet at the end, the majority of the people will still end up in hell. That's sad. That's terribly sad. But again, it's just another justification of the Lord's position, that he has the right to judge. He has the right to judge that sin, because no matter how much he offers of himself, for most people it's never enough. So when he says, straight is the gate and narrow is the way, and few there be that find it, they don't find it because they're not looking. They want their own way. Verses 9 and 10 are the ones that always bring it back to reality. Antichrist is going to be brilliant in his ability to awe crowds, and people always love a good show. He'll be able to work mighty works. He'll be able to work wonders. He'll do them with such grandeur, he'll almost appear to have the very power of God himself. Some people think there are magicians and illusionists that have the power of God today because they're very good at what they do. However, the believer knows the scriptures and the prophecies concerning these times, and they will not be deceived. Remember, the Lord's sheep hear him, and they know his voice, according to John 10:27. There is one major difference between the appearance of the Antichrist and the appearance of Christ. The appearance of Christ is a light for all. He is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our paths. His light shows us the way to go. Satan appears as a blinding light. He wants to awe us, but he also wants to distract us. So he makes himself in the form of an angel of light. It's almost like being flash blinded. We are so awestruck by what he does and by the brilliance of his appearance that we don't even know where we are. That's not Jesus' intent at all. God is not the author of confusion. He's the author of peace. Satan is the author of confusion and distraction. Here, we have confusion and distraction. Antichrist comes on the scene and awes the crowd and gets their mind off of God and on him and on all of the stuff that he can do. That's the major difference between the two. Verses 11 and 12 tell us the conditions. And this is where many people say, oh, if I don't get saved now, I'll have heard all this preaching, and when the Great Tribulation comes and all of my Christian friends are raptured out, that's fine, I'll see the truth and I'll get saved then. And my answer to them is, that's a possibility, but not a likelihood. You will have the opportunity, but you will probably not have the motivation, and this is why. Beginning in verse 8 of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and continuing through verse 12, we read, And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, in them that perish, because that they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. You see, people will say, I'm going to do what I want to do now, and when I see the evidence that God is going to bring a great, tumultuous tribulation to the world, and He's going to rapture out His church, and all that's done, then I'll turn to God. And my answer is, the very thing you just said to me is the reason why you won't. Because God says you're having pleasure in being godless now, and for that reason He's going to send you a delusion. And you're going to believe the charlatan. You're going to believe the liar. You're going to believe the guy with the flashy lights and the fancy entourage and the wonderful sounding words. And you're going to follow him straight to hell and not even know where you're going, because you made your choice when God gave you the chance. And with that thought, let's now move on to the next commentary and begin looking at Revelation chapter 6 and the beginning of the Great Tribulation.